Let's get it. It's with a heavy heart that I have to report that Garrison, Cody and Janelle's son has passed away earlier today. According to People Magazine, who contacted authorities, local authorities, Garrison did not pass from foul play, and it wasn't from natural causes. In fact, it's believed at this time that he may have self-deleted. And to add to the misery of the entire situation, it's my understanding that his younger brother, Gabe, was the one who found him. So with that, I want to make sure that I reach out to the family and offer my deepest felt condolences. This is an extremely difficult time for them. I am not going to spend my time trying to analyze and figure out why he decided to do what he did, because I will not know. And I don't think anybody will ever know unless he left. Of course, he left a note. There's nothing I can really say that's going to make anybody feel better in this situation. This is one of those dreaded instances where, like, even during one of my lives, I talked about, as parents, we always assume that, you know, especially as older folks, we always assume that we're the first ones to go. That, you know, we think about our own mortality. We don't necessarily think about young folks, especially guys like Garrison, who are only 25 years old, and by all accounts, and at least to my understanding, he's a healthy young man and living life, doing well. So you don't really expect to hear this kind of news. So when it does, it just hits different, especially as an audience member of the Sister Wife community. I've been watching these kids grow up, and I've been going back and watching some of the early episodes and seeing Gabe, Garrison, Isabel, you know, and a lot of the kids, Hunter, Maddie, and, you know, the other children, Logan, all of them when they were younger individuals, young men, young women, coming into their own, and watching them develop over the years. We feel a sense of fraternitas with them, a sense of family with them, because we watched their family. We felt like we were sitting there at the dinner table with these individuals. But the truth of the matter is that in our entertainment and seeing them as entertainment and portions of their lives, the truth of the matter is that it's easy to lose focus of the fact that these are real people, and real people have real problems. And so I want to make sure that we're being mindful of the turmoil and the deep sadness that this family is going to be going through. And it's not just today or next week, but moving forward, they're going to have a sense of sadness as they think about this young man and his life and the potential that he could have had and the potential he carried, and that is now gone. Like I said, it's a terrible situation. And anybody who's ever lost somebody like this understands that to the survivors and the people who are still here, it's very difficult for us to understand why you would make this choice. Because to us and people who care about you, when we see you, we don't understand what was so bad that made you make this decision. And I wish there was something I could say that could make sense of this, that could make sense for not only people who watch my channel, but even to, if I could reach out to the Brown family and the parents to tell them something that's going to give some kind of closure or some kind of understanding as to why this were to happen. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, when it comes to these types of decisions, a lot of times it's not just the straw in the camel. You know, it's not the one straw that broke the camel's back. It's the million other straws underneath it. It's not the one problem that they were going through, not the one issue that they were faced with, but it's the other issues that led up to that issue, where people could be having a run of bad luck, and then something happens, and that's what makes them make that decision. So we don't know. And I just want to make sure that I support the notion and idea that is carried in my community on especially on YouTube, We try to support each other, because one of the more important things that I try to press, especially in my lives, in my comment sections, my chat boxes, is that we can be good to one another, that we don't have to be mean and nasty, and to be honest with you, we don't have to sit around and try to solve each other's problems. But sometimes just being kind to one another, giving a kind word or a sense of support to somebody, is all they need to make it to tomorrow. So they don't have to make that decision today. They can put it off to tomorrow. And then hopefully tomorrow they can put it off to the next day, and so on and so forth, until they finally reach a point where they no longer have to put off any issues or problems, because those problems have either resolved themselves and or they've learned to deal with those problems in a healthy manner. I would simply say in closing that if you are suffering from any type of depression, you are suffering from any type of issues, please reach out to somebody and try to get the help you need. Sometimes it's just a matter of a conversation. If there's something that's required that's a lot more intensive, then it's okay to ask for help. There's no shame in it. There's no embarrassment. And I want people to understand that when you leave, the same people that you are afraid to disappoint, the same people that you're afraid to embarrass, will be devastated once you're gone and you make this choice. Again, I send my deepest condolences to the Brown family. Please, if you leave a comment down below, just wish well to the Brown family. Let's try to avoid any commentary as far as trying to place blame on any of the people involved, because they're going through enough hard times as is. That's my take. I'm James. This has been my take on reality, and I'm out. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCA.